Welcome, and thank you for spending some of your time with us. My name is Tina Rosenquist, and this is Knowledge for Wellness. And this show is to better inform you, because when you know more, you are empowered to make better decisions for yourself and your loved ones for a better quality of life. And knowledge is power. And today's topic is on Qigong, traditional medicine. And I am delighted to present Dr. Effie Poy Yew Chow from San Frascisco, California. Now, Dr. Chow has over 40 years been working through integrated Qigong and traditional Chinese medicine with Western medicine. And in July of 2000, Dr. Chow was appointed by President Clinton to the original 15-member White House Commission on Complementary and Alternative Medicine Policy. Now, she is a world-renowned Qigong energy healer, acupuncturist, author, international speaker, humanitarian, futurist, and visionary. Welcome, Dr. Effie Chow.
Well, thank you very much. I'm delighted to be here.
And it's such an honor for us that you're here as well.
Oh, thank you. But, you know, I greet by a hug.
Oh, how nice.
I prescribe 8 hugs a day and 3 belly-aching laughs a day. So perhaps we can have a hug.
Yes, please.
Thank
okay.
you.
Thank you.
And it's hugging from the right, heart to heart.
Oh, nice.
Not the other side.
Yes. And that's why we actually wear our rings on our left hand, because it's closer to our heart.
To our heart, yes.
Nice.
It's amazing how these everyday activities relate to the heart.
Wow. Well, this is your first time on Knowledge for Wellness.
Yes.
And I'm not sure my viewers know much about you, so I'd really like for you to tell them your love, your passion, and actually why you became a Qigong healer.
Well, it goes a long time back. I was brought up in a family that practiced Chinese medicine. And Qigong, Tai Chi, herbs, all of that. And what we ate every day was good for us. So we were brought up in this, and also my family and friends saw patients or their friends and helped them to become healthier.
Sure.
And one particular case that Mr. Wong was going to die, and so my father said, well, can we work with him our way? And he lived for another 15 years.
Oh, my stars.
And so then with my nursing background, I know this is happening. And yet in nursing, much as I love medicine, but I could see the people revolving door concept. They go out, they come back in, they go out, they come back in, never really getting healed, most of them. And so, and then my father died from a side reaction to medication for only Bell's palsy. So that grabbed me, and I spent 10 years searching for how I can integrate this wonderful Chinese medicine with the wonderful Western medicine. So this is how I've come and developed the Chow integrated healing system and work with Qigong.
Yes. And I understand that you're going to be doing a speaking tonight at the Marriott in Minneapolis. So we want to thank you for coming to Minnesota from San Francisco. And you're going to be explaining what Qigong is, but I'd like for you to tell my viewers, you know, a little bit more about the definition of it.
Well, Qigong is going to be the self-help method for the West.
Okay.
It is moving that way. And Qi means breath, simple as that. If we don't breathe, we die. And we have quality breath, then we live better. And Gong means to cultivate or to manifest this life force so that we can be healthier. And this is what Qigong is. It's the basis of traditional Chinese medicine, and it's the basis of well-being.
Okay. And so the actually Qigong energy, what is that concept then?
Well, it's based on the energetics and the bioenergy, and we call it Qi. And if there's a balance, then we're in good health. If it's an imbalance, then we're not in good health. And I can demonstrate how that is, you know, if we can do that.
That would be
fantastic. And how we can manifest the Qi so we can be stronger healers, and we can help ourselves and help others more, and including the planet. So if we're healthy, then the planet is healthy.
Yes. Okay, and they say that a picture is worth 1,000 words, and what a great way to do it with media.
I will demonstrate. how we can use our chi to manifest stronger power. Okay,
All
so
right.
I need a volunteer to come up here.
Great. All
And I
right.
think we do have somebody, do we?
Yes, we do. We
Okay.
have Robert. Welcome on, Robert.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, Robert.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Robert.
Hi.
Okay. And so, Robert, I'm going to demonstrate on you. You stand facing this way. That's it. And I'm going to try and push you. Now, how much do you weigh?
200 pounds.
200. Okay. I
Okay.
weigh 112.
Okay.
Okay. And so, and stand at your strongest stance. That's it. And I'm going to try and push you. So I'm holding right at your chest area. And I'm going to try and push you. And,
Oh,
and I'm confronting. And what happens is that we do this in life so we don't get anywhere. So the energy confronts right back at us.
Okay.
And so now I'm going to try and use Qigong. And you tell me when you're ready, Robert.
Okay.
You ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Okay. And don't push now. Remember, you hold steady. And just, and
oh my.
Wow.
so that means you've took the breath and accelerated the chi, the life force. And so, see, I don't just use it for pushing, but it's a great demonstration that when we're working with people who are ill, like with cancer, with heart conditions, diabetes, arthritis, all the conditions, cerebral palsy, ADD, all of this, that we empower our force and it becomes like a battery charger.
Okay. And you were resisting the whole time
Yeah.
with her, and
Oh,
she
yeah,
was able to push you
Definitely.
across.
Yeah, I was really felt solid in my standing, and I was just, I don't know how she moved me, but it was like I just felt lightness, and I stumbled backwards.
Oh, wow.
So if you didn't hold on to my wrist, I'd have kept going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And so what was the energy that you were using then?
Well, you know, we focus with our third eye. And focused into the heart and focused into the dan, tian, we call it.
Okay.
Which is the force, it's sort of 2 inches below the navel, 1 inch in. And then we ground ourselves. And then when we breathe, we accelerate the battery within us.
Okay.
And so then it becomes a force that sort of moved him. And we do it for 5, 6 people, 1,100 pounds, you know, and that works every time. And so therefore, that's how that when I go into the hospital and people have a spiked temperature of 120, 107, and their vital signs are all askew, they're on life support, and I go in and we made it, the temperature goes down to normal, and their blood pressure, their vital signs all normalize, and with this force. And this is it. At our programs, we teach people how to do this. So it isn't just me being able to do the phenomenon. This is teachable, and anybody can learn. And so this is what's so exciting.
Yes. Yes.
And so with this force, we're able to get people who are paralyzed walking again, and people who are born with cerebral palsy to be able to walk. And you know, cerebral palsy children, they're generally relegated to a wheelchair.
Yes.
And we've helped them walk. And cancer patients, I have a cancer patient who is 30 years survival. 60 years old, and she was 90 years old. She just died this January. She had a wonderful life.
Yes.
She had
Quality
3
life.
boyfriends at 85.
Oh, that's cute. That's
So I said, I'm going to be like her at 85 years old.
Okay.
But there's a lot of humor, you know, to this too. We have to live life with a sense of humor.
Yes, definitely. Like you said, your 3 belly laughs a day.
Exactly.
Yes.
At least.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
thank you, Robert.
Yes. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty. Thanks
Okay.
for coming
Yep.
on.
All right. And so we can demonstrate another way, showing what thoughts do and what just touch, the way we touch does. And so do you want to...
Well, I have a
Me.
quick question while they're getting the microphone ready for our next person. What
Okay.
my thoughts go to, what distinguishes Chow medicine, Qigong, over, let's say, other styles of Qigong?
Well, Chow Medical Qigong is part of the Chow integrated healing system. So being a nurse, and I have my master's in behavioral sciences and communication, my doctorate is in education. So combining all these things, I deal with people's health. And so what I find that Qigong in China is different than Qigong for the people here.
Oh, okay.
The attitude is different. So that I take and synthesize a lot of our health care and health principles and add the Chinese medicine and sort of marry it together and become a system that gets results very quickly. And you saw what I just did with Rob, that in healing we also get quick results like that too as well. And then we teach students and they can learn quickly, not years before they can do something. I have training, 1 weekend program and intensive level training program, 4 weekends in a row. And this is what's going to be happening in Minneapolis here. And so we can train them within 4 months to help people relieve their pains and brush away pain and help them with mobility and all kinds of conditions, digestive problem, and stress. You know that stress is the greatest killer today. That's been in research just recently. And so we can help with that very, very much. And particularly, like, for example, the veterans coming back, they're not treated very well. And so we feel that Qigong can help them rehabilitate much faster. So the Chow Integrated Healing System is a combinational work with the energy system.
Yes.
And so, okay.
Well, you mentioned that you have a Qigong on the words and how powerful those are.
Yes.
And so we're going to demonstrate that with our next guest, Sherry.
Right. Well, what people don't realize is how powerful that we, or how much we tear ourselves down, or how much more powerful we make ourselves and others by what we think and what we say.
Yes, because
And
we're
so,
never good
okay.
enough. So we'll go
Yes,
ahead and have
that's
Sherry
right.
come up.
Hi, Sherry.
Nice to meet you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello, Dr. Chow.
Yeah. Okay. Sherry, I want you to put your arm up like this on your forehead height. Can you come closer, please? And straight out like this. And I'm going to test how strong you are, okay? By pushing your arms down. So resist. All right? See how strong you are. And resist. Good. She's very strong.
Yes.
Okay. And just relax your arm now. And so I'm going to ask you to say a common phrase like "no problem."
No
Do you
problem.
use that? Do you use "no problem"?
No problem.
And do you use "no problem"? And
Yes.
everybody around us. All right. And up with your arm, forehead height, always same. And now, after uttering that, look what happens to the energy. There's no energy because it's a negation. It's a negative energy. The bioenergy reacts. And so, therefore, if you hear no problem around you, you know this is diminishing your immune system too as well.
Okay.
Not just your strength. It's not the physical strength. It's body, mind, and spirit, totally. And so it affects everything. It affects how you eat, it affects how you sleep, it affects how you are able to do activities and able to relate to relationships and sex. That's very important. That also affects all of that. So now, what can you say instead of "no problem"? Simple, like you mean it's okay, right?
Everything's fine.
Everything's fine. Okay,
Okay.
up with your arm. Same height, always at the same height. And resist now. And you're stronger. Right.
That's amazing.
So, just as simple as that, we are affecting our lives. This is why we have fibromyalgia. This is why we're tired in the afternoon. And we think it's normal. Well, it isn't normal. We just made it normal.
Oh.
And so this is what I use a lot of this. And also, let's take a look at, I'm going to just touch her lightly. Okay? You saw how lightly I did.
Yes.
Up with your arm and up higher. She was strong, and look what happened.
Oh. And
That's
you were
right.
resisting her the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that now,
Can you fix
I'll
that?
just tap her heavily, right?
Yes.
And now up with your arm, resist. And there. So I will be teaching my students or anybody who wants to, my clients, I teach them all of this. So they know how to reinforce themselves. So I don't want people watching this to try it,
Right.
because it can be very dangerous, and if you don't know how to remedy it. So this is not to be played with. This is very serious, because we can get people out of bed from AIDS who's been in bed for 6 months or so and not working, and we can get them up. And also paraplegics, we can get them out of wheelchairs. And I'm not saying just one. I've worked with hundreds of different paralysis, and this is absolutely phenomenal. Yeah?
I mean, just
So
a
how do you
touch.
feel? Yeah.
So sorry to interrupt, but you know, just a gentle touch the first time, and then the second touch. What was in that when you did that to Sherry?
Well, what it is that the light touch sedates or disperses the qi. This is part of theory. And the heavy touch tonifies. And so if you think what you do usually when you're cold and you don't have enough energy, what do? Right? And you just do this. And we already instinctively do this, except nobody knows. They just know. And so we point out what we do ordinarily that speaks to the theory of traditional Chinese medicine and to Qigong. So it's very exciting. And then when you feel tight and uptight and too much, what do? You just kind of stroke yourself, isn't that right? And so you just stroke yourself, and it calms you down. But if you're already low in energy, and if you do this, then you're just really wiping yourself out.
Oh, okay.
So it's knowing when to use it and what, and that's what we teach. Yeah. So,
Okay.
And you're feeling? How are you feeling?
Good. Very good. Yes.
Okay.
and always leave a person strong
Yes.
in using this. Okay. So you're strong now.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
Thank
you
you.
so much.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay.
Thanks, Sherry. And so, for example, I said laughter is very important. And sometimes the joy and the fun and creating fun in life, that's where the healing is. It isn't how much medicine or how much herb you use or acupuncture or all these kind of things that you see and you can, can feel. It is really getting the heart. And in Chinese medicine, the heart is the mind,
Yes.
not the brain. It's not the brain,
No.
it's the heart. And so all thoughts are initiated in the heart, and all action is initiated in the heart. So that's why we advise people to live with your heart
Yeah.
and think with your heart, and you can't do wrong.
No.
Yeah?
Well, a lot of people are concerned, though, with, sending the chai. And since it does come from China, there's a concern there that the energy that you're using, and what that is, that you can
That
actually
it's
touch
like
someone
the
like
devil's work. We get that all the time.
Yes.
But in China, about 40 years ago, that was their concern.
Okay.
And they put a lot of money into scientific research, Western scientific research, and has proven that there is some scientific basis to it.
Okay.
And it is not a religion. It is like fact that when you touch a person lightly, you disperse the energy, and there's more, of course. And so, like using the needle, if you do it a certain way, it disperses the energy. If you use it another way, then it brings energy, tonifies.
Right.
And that's how we balance the energy, the qi in the body. And so I call it, if you don't mind, I say it's from a divinity. And it's from God's energy. I'm both Christian and I'm Buddhist and I'm Taoist and I'm Confucian and et cetera. But it's a combination of all this that makes it work.
Okay.
And so I just use it very simply. That is the energy from God. And if any Qigong masters say, oh, I heal you or I treat you, then you just run the other way.
Okay.
Because it is from something greater.
Right.
Right? We all are existing, not within ourselves. It is with the greater spirit, with the greater divinity, and with God.
Okay.
And so the power comes from there.
So when they come to you because they have some issues, which is their right, because they have control of their, who they want to see, and also my understanding is that you mentioned you go into the hospital.
Yes.
And you work with people, so they request you.
Yes.
I love the idea that you're trying to work collaboratively
Merge.
with, yes, and I hope to see that in my lifetime, and I'm seeing process right now.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll show you all of that.
Yeah.
Because there's lots happening in this world right now.
Yes.
Not only in the U.S. In fact, U.S. is slower than many of the other countries, and because in the U.S. since that White House Commission that I was privy to be part of in
Yes.
2000. Every medical school, almost every medical school, has an integrative medicine, which includes alternatives. That's
Yes.
a lot.
That is big.
Yes, And when you talk about hospitals in China, it's the idealism of integration because they offer both Western medicine and Chinese medicine. And even in the Chinese hospitals in China, they offer Western medicine.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and in India, they offer Ayurveda medicine as well as, that's their natural healing method, system, I should say, and as well as Western medicine. In Africa, same thing. South America, same thing. And I
Okay.
traveled the world over, and I
Yes.
do look for all this. So it is in your day.
Oh, good to know. Yes.
Yeah, and when I go in to the hospital, I have full cooperation of the
nice.
doctor, the staff, and there's one case, a gentleman here in Minneapolis called me in to the Indianapolis University Medical Center to see his father who had 3 strokes and 1 seizure, and they say he's going to die. He was unconscious for 10 days. And in one session, we got him awake. Next session, we got him up in the chair. Next session, we got him walking 18 feet.
Oh.
And within 10 days, I stayed there 10 days, he was walking 400 feet and discharged to a nursing home rehab.
Wow.
They haven't heard of anything like this, but every day the doctor comes, he writes the order that I ask him to do, like more physical therapy, please, and more Qigong exercises, and greatest cooperation. And that's where we should be, is cooperating like this.
Yes.
And the fellow lived for another 7 years,
Oh.
and then they called me back to help him transition, to hopefully to help him get another miracle.
Yes.
But I said, God gives us one miracle, and we should be happy with that, but that's fine. If you want me to come and help him transition, if that's the case, then I'll come.
Yes.
And so I did, and we helped him transition within 1 hour. He woke up for 2 days and had a wonderful time with his family and everything, and then within an hour, he said, I knew he was going. And so we joined hands, and we all spoke to him and says, okay, Bill, it's okay. We can accompany you to wherever you're going. And this is something we deal a lot with, is death as well, or we call it transition.
Okay.
Because we come from another life to here, and we're going to another life, which we don't know what it is.
Right.
Yeah. And in science, they talk about kinetic energy. It's never destructed. So therefore, if we're all kinetic energy, it will transition. So using science and Chinese medicine together, it's very wonderful, wonderful aspect.
Because that's what it's all about, is that patient getting better.
Exactly.
It's not about who is right, who is wrong. The focus should be on that person.
Yes, that's
and
right.
if they choose this way or that way.
That's right. And that's what
very
I do.
important.
I give them a choice. I said, do you want to live or do you want to die? Do you want to work it? And sometimes they're suffering so much. They say, I just want to die. And I said, okay, well then, what would you like to do before you die? And so we help him start living what he wants to do. And suddenly he discovered, well, I haven't been living at all. And I said, this is what living is. And they turned around and said, oh, this is it, that I want to live.
Yes.
So it's sort of reverse psychology. But this is what we should all do, is do what we want to do. Not be so afraid of people talking about us and disagreeing with us and everything. Carry this signature prescription of 8 hugs a day and 3 belly aching laughs a day at least.
Yes.
So we have them laugh at nothing. This is what everybody should be doing.
Yes.
Be joyous. Just laugh. Ha, 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 And if they exercise their laugh muscles, then laughter is a sound of the heart. And when you open the heart up, then you can be healthier.
Yes. Wow. Well, we have a few minutes left, and I would really like for you to throw some thoughts out to my viewers if they're in need of any type of help that you can provide for them?
Well, you know, we're working with this wonderful group here. Mary Zelmer is the chief coordinator, and she has started with, and you saw Ron and Sherry. They're part of that community here. Very wonderful, supportive, and loving people. And so it's called the Qigong Connection. So the website is www.qigongconnection.com. And we will be coming back to do the intensive training. And as I said, not only people who want to have a new career, but we can create a new career, but people who want to expand their career, who's in the health field, and then people who have long-standing problems that have not been helped, they often take these courses, and we get lots of result with them.
Oh, nice.
Like scoliosis and respiratory problems, arthritis, and stress and fibromyalgia, you name it, because we're dealing with the life force. So it deals with everything in our life. And so we will be having the training programs here in Minneapolis, and hopefully we will train a group that will be part of my international teaching team. So they go with me. So I've had people from Toronto that's gone with me to Spain, and we have people from Ottawa that's gone with me to Germany and France and to New York, and we've gone to Hawaii to set up a group there. So hopefully there'll be a whole group in Minneapolis that might want to go to other parts of the world to establish the Chow Qigong.
Wow. Well, I certainly do appreciate you coming on Knowledge for Wellness, but I'm afraid we're out of time. But we love the insight on Qigong, so that's fantastic.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's been a delight.
And blessings to everybody who is viewing this.
If you have any questions or would like to contact Dr. Effie Chow, please contact her at www.eastwestqi.com, or for a local connection, www.qigongconnection.com. So please tune in to my other shows of Knowledge for Wellness being televised throughout the Twin City area, or view my website at www.knowledgeforwellness.com. And there you can find out more information in your area. And you can also connect with me on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. And the mission of Knowledge for Wellness is to inform viewers on health issues, to expose, educate, and make viewers aware, to enhance themselves and their loved ones for a better quality of life. And I hope we have provided you with more knowledge to benefit you and your loved ones. Remember, health is wealth. So until next time, be well and goodbye. Thank you so much.
Wow.
Again.
Over time you've healed so much in me, and I am living proof that although my darkest hour had come, your light could still shine through. And at times it's just enough to cast the shadow on the wall. Though I am grateful that you shine your light on me at all. Who am I that you would love me so gently? Who am I that you would recognize my name, Lord? Who am I